Hello and very welcome everyone to this particular session of the current affairs. Today we are going to learn the current affairs of 24th of October. So let's start our session and let's see that what are the things we are going to learn in today's session. So be focused, ready with your notes and your pen, and keep writing those important points which are necessary for your notes. So these are the topics we are going to cover in this particular session. So the topics are like international news, national news, state news, banking and finance news, defense news. I have science and technology news for you. Sports, important days, ranks and reports, awards and recognition, appointments and resignation. At last, we will talk about some of the summits and conference, and at last, we will summarize all the topics. So before we start, the images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@idk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So the first news that we have today is regarding an international news, and it is related to that how IFFI 2024 honors Australia's rich film legacy. So basically, the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting announced Australia as the country of focus for the 55th edition of the International Film Festival of India. So basically, what is happening here that the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, they have organized a particular event that is as Australia as the country of focus, and that is called the 55th edition of International Film Festival of India. The event took place at Goa. And the event will took place in Goa from 20th November to 28th of November 2024. The special recognition celebrates Australia's dynamic contribution to the global film industry. The event will showcase Australia's rich storytelling tradition, vibrant cinema, culture, and innovative cinematic techniques. So all this will be done, and Australia will be the focus country. Remember that. Remember one more thing, that Australia recently backed out from hosting the Commonwealth Games. Now the Commonwealth Games will be hosting in the Poland, that is at Glasgow, and Australia is the focus country of International Film Festival of India, which is being held in Goa in November. India's linguistic heritage celebrated at Pravasi Parichaya 2024. So 2024 edition of the embassy's flagship diaspora engagement event, Pravasi Parichaya, was inaugurated by Dr. Suhail Azaz Khan, Ambassador of India to Saudi Arabia. The event took place at Embassy Auditorium in Riyadh. The week-long cultural celebration kicked off with a specially curated event titled Classical Languages of India. The event is designated to showcase India's rich linguistic diversity. And just to add your memory and refresh it, recently 5 languages were also added in the classical language status by the government of India. And now India's linguistic heritage is being celebrated at the Pravasi Parichaya, where it was held. It was held in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia under the supervision of the ambassador Dr. Suhail Azaz Khan. WHO secured $1 billion pledge money for 2025-28 with the USD 700 million in new funding. So basically, WHO, is a World Health Organization, is the part of the United Nations program, and it works in the field of health development in the world, especially in the developing countries, and work together with the countries in eradication of diseases and maintaining and curing the diseases and all of that work. So during the United Nations meeting, which was held in September, WHO got a pledge money of $1 billion as a pledge money for the budget of 2025 to 2028. Germany emerged as the major contributor, pledging nearly $400 million with USD 260 million in new voluntary funding. Okay. And other European nations like European Union, Norway, Ireland committed 250 million, 100 million and 30 million US dollars respectively. The announcement was made during the WHO investment round signature event co-hosted by Germany, France and Norway. So remember that recently how much money they have got in the pledge funding, that is the $1 billion. India pledged US 300 million to WHO. USD 250 million will be spent on COE for traditional medicine. So India has pledged $300 million to support WHO core program, and with USD 250 million dedicated to establishing the Center of Excellence in Traditional Medicine in Jamnagar. So basically, a traditional medicine center is going to be open in Jamnagar in Gujarat. So for that purpose, $250 million will be spent, and $300 million are given for the development of the new type of framework by the WHO under the pledge money. WHO received contribution US dollar for over USD 2.2 billion towards a US dollar 7.1 billion funding gap for core programs. Additional allocations include US dollar 38 million for new premises of WHO regional office, USD 10 million for digital health, and USD 4.6 million for thematic funding. So all will be done under the new pledge money of the WHO. And remember, where is the traditional medicine center is going to be open? It is going to be open in Jamnagar, Gujarat. RITES sign MOU with Etihad Rail for rail infrastructure development projects. So RITES Limited has signed a memorandum with Etihad Rail collaboration to development of the railway and associated infrastructure service in the UAE. So MOU was signed by Rahul Mittal, CMD of RITES Limited, and Shadi Malak, CEO of the Etihad Rail during the Global Rail Transport Infrastructure exhibition in Abu Dhabi. The partnership seeks to ensure more modern and efficient rail service in UAE, explore collaborative opportunities for rolling stock supply, project management, and consulting. So basically, an Indian company, that is the RITES, and the CEO of RITES, the CMD of RITES, Mr. Rahul Mittal, he has signed a memorandum with the CEO of Etihad Rail to provide new infrastructure and new type of services in the railway lines in UAE. One more thing that you can add into that is that recently IIT Delhi opened a research center in UAE. Launch of Bharat Chana Dal Phase 2 by Union Minister Prahlad Joshi. So Union Food and Consumer Affairs Minister, remember the name, Food and Consumer Affairs Minister, Mr. Prahlad Joshi, has launched retail phase of Bharat Chana Dal Phase 2 in Delhi NCR. The aim is to significant step in the government's commitment to providing essential food items at affordable prices. Mobile vans from NCCF, NAFED, and Kendriya Bhandar have been flagged off to facilitate the distribution of pulses during the festive season. The launch aims to ensure availability of chana dal to the public at reasonable rates. So for this purpose, the Bharat Chana Dal Phase 2 is being introduced by the Union Minister Prahlad Joshi, so that the particular essential food items will be available to the people, and under that, particularly the pulses, the dal particular ingredient will be available to all the people at reasonable rates. CCPA issues guidelines for prevention and regulation of greenwashing or misleading environmental claims. So Central Consumer Protection Authority introduced guidelines titled Guidelines for Prevention and Regulation of Greenwashing or Misleading Environmental Claims. These guidelines aim to curb false marketing practices that misleads consumer about the environmental benefits of product and promote sustainable business practices. So for that purpose, the Central Consumer Protection Authority, they have introduced the guidelines to prevent the regulations of greenwashing or misleading environmental claims. The committee, led by Nidhi Khare, Secretary of the Department of Consumer Affairs, and including members from academia, legal practitioner, consumer organization, the guidelines were formulated after thorough deliberations to address the growing concern over greenwashing. So after that, this particular event was launched. DPIIT relaxes mandatory quality control under order for cookware and utensils for micro units. So Department for Promotion of Industries and Internal Trade announced relaxation in the mandatory quality control order for cookware and utensils targeting micro units. So basically, new type of guidelines that are mandatory for the quality control under the cookware and utensils are particularly formulated. The quality control order will be effective from 1st of September for large medium scale manufacture, will now be implemented from 1st of April for small enterprise also. The extension allows domestic manufacturer additional time to align with the enhanced quality standard. So the particular type of industries which are working in this sector, they have the time to see the quality control, what they have to do. And after checking the type of quality they want to add, they can do a particular thing, and for that particular thing they have the time for till 1st of April 2025. Micro enterprises registered under the Udyam portal are now exempted from the QCO requirement. 6-month relaxation period has been introduced for clearing legacy stock. Delhi government establishes special codes for the people with disabilities. So Delhi government, led by Chief Minister Atishi, the newly appointed Chief Minister of Delhi, and the third woman Chief Minister of Delhi, approved the establishment of special courts dedicated to the people with disabilities. So it is quite difficult for the people who are disabled, but they have to wait for the in the QE to particularly get their case heard. So for that purpose, special courts are being organized. The initiative aims to provide fair and swift justice by designing court environment that cater specifically to the needs of the individuals with disabilities. Atishi described this as a historic step towards inclusivity and equitable judicial process. The special courts underscores the government commitment to ensuring justice for all citizens. So for this purpose, this has been done under the particular special court provision by the Delhi government. RBI approved merger of Tata Capital and Tata Motor Finance. We discussed it earlier also that CCI, the Competition Commission of India, they have approved this particular merger. Now RBI has also approved the merger of Tata Motor Finance Limited with the Tata Capital Limited, creating India's 12th largest non-banking finance company. Just to add to this, recently Noor Tata was also appointed as the chairman of the Tata Trust. TCL will issue its equity shares to the shareholders of TMFL, resulting in TML holding 4.7% stake. The merger received RBI approval after endorsement from the CCI and the board of both firms. So basically now they are both merged, that is Tata Motor Finance and Tata Capital Services. India Exim Finserv partnered with Volofin to enhance receivables financial solutions for Indian SME exports. So India Exim Finserv IFSC Private Limited collaborated with the Singapore-based Volofin Service Limited Private Limited to provide comprehensive receivables financing solutions to Indian exporters. So for this purpose, remember which two companies are merging together or partnering together: India Exim Finserv and Volofin. Volofin is a company from Singapore. The collaboration will assist underserved small medium enterprises and solve major trade finance gaps. New India Assurance Company Limited, supported by global reinsurer at Tradius, has introduced a trade finance insurance policy from Gift City. The partnership aims to enhance India's trade ecosystem, particularly for SMEs. LIC reduces first year agent payout to 28% after surrender value revision. So LIC, Life Insurance Corporation, reduced the first year agent commission from 35% to 28%, including a bonus after revising its surrender value norms. So LIC, they have reduced the first year agent commission from 25 to 28%. The new surrender norms came into effect from 1st of October, including the increased commission for renewal premiums from 5 to 7.5%. The minimum sum assured on revised policy has been raised from 1 lakh to 2 lakh. The IRDAI Master Circular on Life Insurance product issued in June 2024. New missile testing range approved in Andhra Pradesh. So recently, the Cabinet Committee on Security, led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, approved the establishment of new missile testing range in Nagaya Lanka, Andhra Pradesh. So we discussed about it earlier also. We also have a testing range in Wheeler Island, also known as APJ Abdul Kalam Island. The initiative aims to bolster India's defense capabilities for testing tactical missile system. The new facility will focus on surface-to-air missile, anti-tank missile, and other advanced projects under the DRDO. The testing range is expected to enhance India's strategic defense infrastructure. Who is the current Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh? Chandrababu Naidu. Skyber partners with Cebia to sell India-made UAVs in the MEA region. Skyber Aerospace Private Limited announced a strategic partnership with Dubai-based Cebia Technologies to market and sell made in India unmanned aerial vehicles across Middle East and Africa. Under this partnership, Skyber will supply high-performance customized military UAV system, while Cebia will handle local sales, marketing, customer relations, and logistics. So Skyber, they will particularly take care of the system that is being introduced, and Cebia will handle all the sales thing, marketing things, customer relation. That means all the administrative things will be handled by them. The partnership targets both military and commercial sectors, such as oil, gas, construction, agriculture. UAVs will feature advanced data security, AI-powered navigation, autonomous capabilities, with future enhancements including high-precision sensors. New snake species in Himalaya named after Leonardo DiCaprio. Okay, so another news we have is that new snake species is Himalaya named after Leonardo DiCaprio, the famous actor. Now let's talk about him. So basically, teams of scientists have discovered a new species in snake in Western Himalayas. Recently, if you remember, in July, a particular type of frog was discovered in Arunachal Pradesh when the particular fauna checklist was created by the government of India at that time. The species has been named Anguillus DiCaprio in honor of Hollywood star Leonardo DiCaprio. So remember, all the students of whichever exam you are preparing for, the question would come like this, and it will definitely come, that a snake recently discovered in the Himalayas is named after which famous person or a Hollywood actor. So that is Leonardo DiCaprio. The naming recognizes DiCaprio's significant contribution in wildlife conservation. So if we talk about Leonardo DiCaprio, he won the Oscar award in 2016, and particularly the film he got the Oscar for was regarding the environmental conservation. And from that day to till today, he has been a significant part of the conservation of wildlife and forest in the world. So that is why this honor has been given. The discovery adds to the rich biodiversity of the Himalayan region. MoE Minister Dharmendra Pradhan announces 3 COEs in AI in healthcare, agriculture, and sustainable cities. So Union Minister Dharmendra Pradhan announced the establishment of 3 artificial intelligence centers focused on healthcare, agriculture, and sustainable cities. So for this purpose, the Education Minister of India, Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan, announced the establishment of AI centers. The COEs were announced under Para 60 of the Budget Announcement 2023-2024 with an allocation of rupees 990 crore over 5 years. So for the next 5 years, the particular center of excellence of AI will be established, and under that particular, the budget was 990 crore, and that was under the budget of 2023-2024. The center of excellence will be led by top educational institutions in consortium with industry partners and startups, including IIT Delhi, AIMS for healthcare, IIT Ropar for agriculture, and IIT Kanpur for sustainable cities. Initiative aligns with the government's vision of Make AI in India and Make AI Work for India. So for this purpose, all this thing will be done. Kagiso Rabada, fastest to 300 test wickets by balls bowled. So Kagiso Rabada become the fastest bowler to reach 300 test wickets based on balls bowled. That means for his illustrious career that he has right now so far. He has bowled some number of deliveries. So in that number of deliveries, he got particular 300 wickets. So he has become the fastest doing that. So he achieved this milestone in just 11,817 balls he bowled. The South African pace sensation surpassed legends like Wakar Yunis and Dale Steyn, who have these records earlier. Rabada's achievement cements his place among cricket's great. So remember his name. His name is Kagiso Rabada. He is from South Africa. Zimbabwe sets record for highest T20 total. So Zimbabwe cricket team posted a record-breaking total of 344 by 4 in T20 international. I hope you remember that recently India also scored a great or a very big total 297 runs against the Bangladesh. But now the record is not even there for more than 20 days. Now it has been broken by the team that is called Zimbabwe, and they have created a score of 344 in T20 internationals. Remember, these scores were not made in World Cup. These scores are made in normal series that are going on. Sikandar Raja led the charge with an unbeaten 133 of just 43 balls, featuring 15 sixes. This landmark was achieved in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Africa Sub-Regional Qualifier B match against Gambia. So this was a qualifier match, not a World Cup. Please remember that. And this event was going on in Africa, and the match of Zimbabwe was again against Gambia. In this match, they have scored this particular score. Zimbabwe's score surpassed the previous highest total of 314 for 3 set by Nepal against Mongolia in 2023. So this has become the highest total ever in T20 international, that is 344 for 4 made by Zimbabwe. ICC Women's T20 World Cup, New Zealand won its maiden title by defeating South Africa. So South Africa, they have lost the final against the men's T20 against India, and in Women's World Cup, the now South African team, they have lost the final against the women's team of New Zealand. So New Zealand women's cricket team won their first ever ICC Women's T20 World Cup, defeating South Africa by 32 runs in the finals at Dubai International Cricket Stadium. Please remember, the International Cricket Council's headquartered also at Dubai. And recently, Jay Shah also became the president of the International Cricket Council. New Zealand restricted South Africa to 126 for 9 in 20 overs against its 158 for 5 in the finals. Amelia Kerr was named player of the tournament and player of the match for her outstanding performance. Susie Bates became the most capped player in international matches, breaking Mithali Raj's record. So now Mithali Raj, the former captain of the Indian women's cricket team, her record of captaining the most number of international matches has been broken by Susie Bates. World Polio Day, a disease that is associated with the disablement of the legs. So World Polio Day is observed on 24th of October, aligning with the United Nations Day. Awareness about the poliomyelitis or polio. The day underscores global efforts to eradicate the disease and ensure polio-free world for future generations. Polio virus, the cause of polio is life-threatening virus that can lead to paralysis and in severe cases, death. There are 3 types of wild polio viruses: wild polio virus type 1, wild polio virus type 2, and wild polio virus type 3. So all these comes under this category. So remember, 24th of October is dedicated to Polio Day. Remember, India has eradicated this disease from Indian subcontinent. International Day of Diplomats 2024. So International Day of Diplomats is celebrated annually on 24th of October, aligning with the Polio Day and UN Day. This is the critical role that diplomats play, shaping international relations, promoting peace, and fostering cooperation among nations. So basically, diplomats are those particular individuals which are particularly sitting in the embassies of their country into different countries, and they are particularly the representative of country in maintaining the type of relations with that country. So to commemorate their collaboration or their particular advancement, or particularly if we talk about their method of implementing all these things, this particular day is observed. The day serves as an opportunity to appreciate their contribution to global diplomacy, peace building, and dialogue facilitation. Commemoration of Sardar Patel's 150th birth anniversary. So government will celebrate 150th birth anniversary of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel with nationwide program spanning 2 years from 2024 to 2026. Union Home Minister Amit Shah announced this initiative on 33rd of October 2024. The program aims to honor Patel's monumental contribution to India's, particularly his vision is establishment a robust democracy and unifying the nation. As we know that Mr. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is also known as the Bismarck of India, and Mr. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel birthday comes on 31st of October. So most of the time when you will see that it is also known as the National Unity Day, and Statue of Unity was also or particularly commemorated or inaugurated in 2018 on this particular day. This commemoration reinforces the current government's commitment to the national unity. So he was the person who was responsible for unification of India, like Bismarck was responsible for the unification of Germany. 63rd ITBP Raising Day 2024. So ITBP, Indore Tibetan Border Police, I hope you all know this particular force is particular responsible for taking care of the boundaries, especially adjoining with China. So it is the 24th of October, that is also known as the Raising Day of this particular force, aligning with Polio Day and Diplomats Day and UN Day. ITBP was founded in the aftermath of 1962 Sino-India War. Allied Parliamentary Force is entrusted with the security of Indo-China border in the Himalayas. ITBP plays crucial role in safeguarding the nation's sovereignty. Global Hand Washing Day, October 15, is observed annually on 15th of October to raise awareness about the importance of hand washing with soap and water. And after going through the COVID-19 phase, it is very necessary that we should always do this thing whenever we go out of our house, or even if we are sitting, we are taking our meal. Before that, it would be very good if we just wash our hand, because it will help in eradicating the lot of disease that goes into our body with the help of food, while if we do not wash our hands. So to create this awareness, this day is dedicated. Why are clean hands still important? This is the theme. Global Hand Washing Day is initiated by Global Hand Washing Partnership in August 2008 during the annual World Water Week in Stockholm. Okay, remember the Water Week also held in India recently in October, in the first 10 days of October, and that was to create awareness regarding the conservation of water in India. The first ever Global Health Washing Day was observed on 15th of October 2008. Shillong tops travel destination for Indian travelers in 2025. So Shillong has emerged as the most popular destination for the Indian travelers in 2025, according to Skyscanner's Travel Trends report. Meghalaya's capital topped the list, surpassing Baku, Azerbaijan, and Langkawi in Malaysia. So basically, remember this point. This is very important, that Shillong now has emerged as the most popular destination for the Indian travelers. Now, after particularly Kerala, people are also enthusiastic to go to Meghalaya and explore that what are the particular landscapes in Meghalaya are. Report indicates strong interest among Indians for unique and immersive travel experience. It also reveals 66% of Indians plans to travel more in coming year. Ministry of Statistical and Program Implementation releases unemployment rates for 2023-2024 trend among religious minorities. So according to the MOSPI Periodic Labor Force Survey, 2023-2024 indicates unemployment rates among India's religious minorities. National average remains unchanged for the first time in 5 years, but joblessness among minorities, Sikh Muslims, saw notable increment. So particularly some increment in joblessness in particular type of minorities, and particularly if we talk about the Sikh community and Muslims, has shown a notable increment. The PLFs provide estimate a of key employment and unemployment indicators, including labor force participation rate, worker population ratio, and unemployment rate. The situation highlights the ongoing challenges faced by these communities. So remember, under this, these all particular areas or particular communities are ongoing to the unemployment phase. HDFC Life's commitment to DEI, a dual recognition triumph. HDFC Life has earned dual accolades for its commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion by Avatar and Seramount. Just to add to it, HDFC was recently also started a particular branch in Singapore so that they can have a particular type of customers at international level also. The company has been recognized among the best companies for women in India and as exemplars of inclusion in the most inclusive companies index. HDFC Life stands out of its supportive ecosystem for women, people and with disabilities, the LGBTQ plus community, the diverse cultural backgrounds. This recognition reflects the company's ongoing efforts to create an environment that fosters equality and empowers all employees. Actor Dara Singh Khurana wins Mahatma Gandhi Leadership Award in UK. Indian actor and philanthropist Dara Singh Khurana has been awarded with the Mahatma Gandhi Leadership Award. The award recognizes his impactful work in raising awareness about mental health issues. Just to add to it, 10th of October is commemorated as the Mental Health Day. Khurana, 32, has been particularly noted for his role as the Commonwealth Year of Youth Champion. His efforts have significantly contributed to the mental health advocacy and support. So remember his name, Dara Singh Khurana. Urmila Chaudhary honored with Global Anti-Racism Championship Award. Urmila Chaudhary, a prominent social campaigner from Nepal, she was honored with the Global Anti-Racism Championship Award just to create awareness regarding the racism that we should not do it. For that purpose, she has been awarded. The award was presented by US Secretary of State Antony Blinken and during a ceremony in Washington, D.C. Chaudhary's work has been instrumental in combating racism and promoting social justice. Her recognition highlights global impact of her advocacy efforts. Celebrating dedication, Adarsh Karm Yogi Awards by Mines Ministry. So recently, Mission Karam Yogi national program seeks to transition the civil services from rule-based to a role-based approach. So basically, this program, I hope you remember, it was started by Mr. Narendra Modi. Under this, the civil servants who are working in the country, they need to be acquired skills so that particularly they can do better work in the excellence of the nation. The program prioritizes citizen-centric governance model. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the National Learning Week, also known as Karam Yogi Saptaha. The week-long event runs from 19th October to 25th of October, celebrating dedication and excellence in civil services. So for this purpose, Adarsh Karam Yogi Award has been given to award by Mines Ministry. And particularly remember this program. This program is regarding the particular upliftment or the upgraded version of the skills in the civil servants. President of India Draupadi Murmu conferred 5th National Water Awards of the year. Odisha won the Best State Award. So President Draupadi Murmu conferred the 5th National Water Award on 38 winners across 9 different categories. Odisha won the first prize. So remember just one thing, that she is from Odisha. And just to make a particular kind of a trick, remember this, that she is from Odisha and Odisha won this particular prize of the best state to be recognized in the terms of the water management. Okay. And best state category, while Uttar Pradesh secured 2nd position. Gujarat and Puducherry jointly secured 3rd position. Jhajjar based Aravali Power Company Limited was honored with the Best Industry Award for the better usage of water and better way to particularly drain out the unused water. The awards were presented during the ceremony held at Plenary Hall Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi. So remember all these things. Prabhakar Raghavan, IIT Madras alumnus, appointed as the Google's chief technologist. Prabhakar Raghavan, alumnus of IIT Madras, has been appointed as the Google's chief technologist. He was previously the senior vice president at Google, overseeing products like Google Search Assistant, GeoAds, Commerce, and now he has been appointed as the chief technologist. His new role marks significant shift in Google's leadership amid core business restructuring. Remember, the AI product of Google is Gemini. Raghavan appointment is expected to drive innovation and strategic growth at Google. JP Morgan Chase India appoints Pranav Chavda as the new CEO. So Pranav Chavda will now be appointed as the CEO of JP Morgan Chase India for a term of 3 years. He previously handled the commercial banking unit of the US-based JP Morgan. Chavda's appointment comes after receiving the necessary approval from the Reserve Bank of India. His leadership is expected to drive the bank's growth and strategic initiatives in the Indian market. So for this purpose, Pranav Chavda will now be appointed as the CEO in the JP Morgan Chase. 2024 BRICS Summit, expanding cooperation and new milestones. So from 22nd to 24th of October, BRICS Summit was held in Kazan, Russia. The meeting was to be held in Brazil, but as Brazil is going to host the G21 event, so the BRICS Summit was held by Russia. Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and UAE joined the group following their inclusion at the 2023 summit. Remember, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and UAE. Event centered around the theme strengthening multilateralism for fair goal development and security. Key discussion includes alternative global payment system. I hope you remember that we discussed about this, that a new type of BRICS dollar was also introduced by Russia. De-dollarization and enhanced cooperation culminating in the BRICS Kazan Declaration. Government of India, GBA signed agreement to establish GBA Secretariat. So Government of India has signed a host country agreement with the Global Biofuels Alliance to establish the GBA Secretariat. The agreement was signed in New Delhi by Damu Ravi, Secretary from the Ministry of External Affairs, Pankaj Jain, Secretary of the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. The initiative strengthened India's position as the global leader in sustainable energy, reinforce its commitment to promoting biofuels. GBA Secretariat will operate in India with a blend of India and international staff, facilitating the promotion of biofuels on a global scale. Remember that India has also achieved 15% of blending of the fuels, while we are hoping to achieve 20% by 2025. Islamabad hosted the 23rd SCO CHG meeting focused on trade and economics. So the 23rd meeting of Shanghai Cooperation of Organization Council of Head of Government was held in Islamabad under the leadership of Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. The summit focused on regional security, trade, economic collaboration. Union Minister Subramaniam Jaishankar addressed the meeting, becoming the first Indian foreign minister to visit Pakistan in nearly a decade. Shanghai Cooperation Organization will be hosted by Russia in 2025. Let's just revise that what we have learned. So IFFI 2024, that is International Film Festival, to be hosted in Goa, Australia as the focus country. India's linguistic heritage celebrated Pravasi Pariche in Riyadh. WHO secured $1 billion for 2025-2028 with USD 700 million in new funding. India pledged $300 million to WHO. 250 million will be spent on COE for traditional medicine. Right sign MOU with Etihad Rail for rail infrastructure development projects in UAE. Launch of Bharat Chana Dal phase by Union Minister Prahlad Joshi. CCPA issues guidelines for prevention and regulations of greenwashing or misleading environmental claims. Deepti relaxes mandatory quality control for cookware utensils for micro units. Delhi government established special codes for the people with disabilities. RBI approved merger of Tata Capital, Tata Motor Finance. Indian Exim Finserv partnered with Volofin, a particular company from Singapore. LIC reduces first-year agent payout to 28% from 35%. New missile testing range approved in Andhra Pradesh. Skyber partners with Cebia to sell India-made UAVs in the MEA region. New snake species in Himalaya named after Leonardo DiCaprio. MOE Minister Dharmendra Pradhan announced three Center of Excellence in AI in healthcare, agriculture, and sustainable cities. Kagiso Rabada fastest 300 test wickets by balls bowled. Zimbabwe sets record for highest T20 total of 344. ICC Women's T20 World Cup, New Zealand won the maiden trophy, defeating South Africa. World Polio Day, 24 October. International Day of Diplomats, 24th October. Commemoration of Sardar Patel's 150th birth anniversary. 63rd ITBP Racing Day, 24th of October. Global Hand Washing Day, 15th of October. Shillong tops travel destinations for Indian travelers in 2025. Mosby released unemployment rates for 2023-2024. SDFC Life commitment to DEI, a dual recognition triumphs. Actor Dara Singh Khurana wins Mahatma Gandhi Leadership Award in UK. Urmila Chaudhary honored with the Global Anti-Racism Championship Award. Celebrating dedication, Adarsh Karam Yogi Award by Mines Ministry. President of India Draupadi Murmu conferred 5th National Water Awards to first state is Odisha. Prabhakar Raghavan, IIT Madras alumnus, appointed as the Google's chief technologist. JP Morgan Chase India's appoints Pranav Chawda as the new CEO. 2024 BRICS Summit expanding cooperation and new milestones. Government of India and GBA signed agreement to establish GBA Secretariat in India. Islamabad hosted 23rd SCO CHG meeting focused on trade and economic agenda. And that's it in this session, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the session. We will meet once again in next session. Till then, bye bye. Take care, everyone, and see you.